Welcome to Bhavna's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you very unique tips and tricks using electric pressure cooker. I highly recommend to check out my cookbook for more tips and tricks. And it is now available on Kindle, Cooking Smart with Bhavna, vegan vegetarian electric pressure cooker recipe. Yes, this book is dedicated to electric pressure cooker recipes, but you can always adopt many of my recipes to cook in your regular pot or on your stovetop pressure cooker. So the recipes can be customized to your liking. This book is all about cooking multiple recipes at once. That's the main thing I wanted to cover, that how you can save a lot of time in your kitchen by cooking multiple recipes at once. So you can use pot in pot technique. Even my Indian cooking meal these days, I prepare rice, dals, sabji all together in just one single shot, and you can cook multiple grains at once that cooks at the same time. So there are a lot of things to learn from this book, and I'm sure you will love this book to read again and again and follow the recipes again and again. And this book actually features a lot of techniques and tips that you can use in your kitchen to save a lot of time and cook efficiently. In this episode, I'm going to share how you can cook multiple recipes at once. Especially if you struggle with some time, if you're a busy mom or working woman, these tips will be very helpful. So I highly recommend to watch this video until the end. And once you look at all these techniques, I'm sure you will come up with many more ideas. So let me show you how I use my electric pressure cooker efficiently. These days I use some stackable pot in pot techniques, and I can boil multiple beans or grains or lentils at once. To boil chickpeas and kidney beans together, I'm using this steamer. Stackable pot in pot method into the electric pressure cooker. And ever since I paired up my electric pressure cooker with this 2-tier stackable pot that comes with the handle, cooking the big beans has become so much easier, such as garbanzo beans, kidney beans, and that also no soak method. Yes, you do not have to soak even. So I use this stackable pots into my electric pressure cooker and boil for about 45 to 50 minutes, and let me show you how. So it has a 2-tier stackable steaming pots. So in one pot I'm going to take chickpeas, kidney beans in the other one. I'm going to wash them really well. So here I have washed kidney beans and garbanzo beans. I took 4 cups of water for 1 cup of chickpeas, and same with kidney beans. So it's like a 1:4 ratio for beans and water. Add salt as per your taste. And now I'm just going to stack them. So chickpeas, and on top of the chickpeas, kidney beans. Cover it and secure your 2-tier stackable pots. Open the cooker. Add water into the inner pot, about 1.5 cups of water. Carefully place stackable pots inside the inner pot of the electric pressure cooker. Cover the lid, and then onto the Kosori electric pressure cooker, I'm going to set up manual for 45 minutes. So I'm going to increase the cook time. 45 minutes and then start. And seal the vent. Alright, so the cooking is over. Now you can release the pressure manually or allow it to release naturally. Open carefully. Carefully lift the stackable pots. It will be heavy, so be very careful. And then bring it down onto the tempered surface. Carefully unlock it and check if they are done. Look at the size now. Looking at the size and looking at those cracks, I can definitely say they are done, but just check. Right, it's really hot, but you can see that it breaks easily, and you can see nice and soft kidney beans. Carefully remove the first pot, and there we have a chickpeas. Chickpeas also look double in size and cracked as well, so I'm sure they are done as well. Done. And the stackable steam pots came with this mat as well to place the hot stackable pots on it. So here I have garbanzo beans and kidney beans already boiled. They are still quite hot. I can't hold it. So I just simply love to boil anything these days. I'm not afraid to cook any kind of beans thinking, oh, whether it will cook or not. It's just so much easier. And that way I can add more protein in my diet. Beans that cooks at the same time, like black-eyed peas and black beans. You can also pair up cannellini beans and pinto beans. Not only that, you can pair up with some vegetables even. So you can cook like curry at the bottom, and you can use pot in pot for cooking rice. And now you can use this tall trivet inside. You can also use even taller than this. I have this one 2.5 inches high. This one is 3.5 inches high. So depending on what you are making, but for this recipe I have a good enough space for the bottom recipe to cook, and on top I'm going to place khichdi and cover the khichdi. Now if you have some regular rice, white rice, you may not need to cover, but since I'm making khichdi, I don't want it to like make a mess here, so I'm just going to cover it and ready to lock the pressure cooker. And let me show you first khichdi. Carefully remove the lid, and as you can see, khichdi is ready. Carefully remove the pot, and below you can see stuffed eggplant, rawaya. So let me remove the trivet, and rawaya also looks great. So as you can see now, all the recipes quickly you can prepare, and you have a full meal ready. Now to use this electric pressure cooker efficiently, I have invested in some of the utensils. Now I actually didn't invest, but I already had them in my kitchen, so I started using them for my electric pressure cooker. But if you do not own any of these utensils, I highly recommend to get them. I'm going to include all the links under this video description. The same way I cook lentil curry and rice together. So hopefully you can see rice. Carefully remove the rice pot and put it on a heat-proof container, and going to cover to keep it warm. And let me show you dal. So remove the trivet. Now, the few things you have to keep in mind that I recommend to pair up the ingredients that cook at the same time. Now, if you want to balance some of the ingredients that takes a different amount of time, For instance, if I'm going to cook rice and beans together, I would soak beans overnight so I can reduce the cooking time to almost half. So that's another tip that you may want to keep in mind when cooking multiple recipes together. With some grains, you can also steam some vegetables. Choose the grains that take almost about the same cooking time. Like here I have farro, barley, quinoa, basmati rice. These grains take 12 to 15 minutes to cook. First, I'm going to place farro. Next, quinoa. So basically just stack them on top of each other. Barley, and cover the cooker. Lock it. And I'm going to set up on multi-grain for 15 minutes and pressure on 6, and the option for the taste is on more, and just start. Carefully open the cooker, and as you can see, barley on the top is done. Look at this. Quinoa and farro. Now this one has a water left in there. I can just drain out. For some of the quick cooking grains like a quinoa or a quick cooking oat that requires about 10 minutes of your time, you can just use some vegetables to steam with those grains. I simply love how Kusori makes smooth, creamy and thick homemade yogurt with yogurt function. Also make breakfast porridge to give you an amazing start to the day. Enjoy browned vegetables anytime. How about baking casseroles and steaming vegetables and more? The possibilities are just endless. Some of the salad recipe like a 3-bean salad, or like a rainbow bean salad that I have already shared, which requires multiple beans. In my 3 beans salad, I use garbanzo beans, kidney beans, and black beans, or you can just come up with your own favorite beans anyway, but you can just boil all those beans together. For the beans that take longer time, as I said earlier, you can just soak overnight and then just boil all the beans at once in a separate container, or you can just boil them together. But I never boil black beans with other beans because the black beans will make all your other beans almost in a different color. So I prefer to always boil all the beans actually separate, and that's where the stackable potting pot helps a lot. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video using your electric pressure cooker for stackable potting pot multiple recipe cooking purpose. If you like this video, please do like and comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new recipe videos every week. And also you can visit my website brownnaskitchen.com for new recipe tips, tricks and ideas in the kitchen. Thank you for watching and see you soon.